Hello everyone, welcome back to Coral Joy Travel, the travel agency that adds value to your next Disney vacation, saving you time, money, and peace of mind. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some tips for first timers to Walt Disney World, whether it's your first time or it's been 15 years since you've been. So many things have changed. This video will help you out, so stay tuned.
Subscribe to Coral Joy Travel.
First and foremost, tip number one is just to know that there are 4 different theme parks at Walt Disney World. There's Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. Those 4 theme parks make up Walt Disney World. And those 4 theme parks are the parks that you can get into with your Disney World ticket. However, Walt Disney World also has 2 water parks, Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon, and it also has a Disney Springs area, which has restaurants and shops for you to enjoy. Disney Springs is free for all guests. The water parks do have an additional cost, but the 4 theme parks that I mentioned are all available to use with your Disney World ticket. Tip number 2 is just to let you know that there are basically 2 different types of tickets that you can get at Walt Disney World. The first is called a base ticket. And a base ticket means essentially that you can go to one theme park in and out of that same theme park as many times throughout the day as you want to go. So say you start at Magic Kingdom, you get there at 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning, and you want to stay there until lunch. After lunch, you want to go back to your resort, swim in the pool, and then in the afternoon, later afternoon or evening, you want to head back to Magic Kingdom. You can do that with a base ticket. So it allows you to go into one theme park per day of your Walt Disney World vacation. The other type of ticket is called the Hopper ticket. Now with the Hopper ticket, you're allowed to go to more than one park in one day. Quite honestly, you could visit 4 of the parks in one day if you had the ability in your body to do that. So basically, if you wanted to start at Magic Kingdom in the morning, you can do that. And then maybe in the afternoon, you want to head to Epcot. So you go to Epcot. You can do that with a Hopper ticket. This is the only type of ticket you can go into more than one theme park per day. I find the Hopper tickets to be very valuable, and I actually recommend them to my guests if they can afford it. Usually it's a couple $100 depending on how many people are in your party and how many days you're visiting the parks. But it can be valuable if you want to have the flexibility to dine in different places. So say you want to eat in Le Cellier in Epcot, but you have fast passes in Magic Kingdom in the morning, you have this flexibility to do that. I find that spending a couple $100 extra is very valuable to me and my family by having the Hopper ticket. However, you don't need to have the Hopper ticket, you just need a ticket. So whether it's a base ticket or a Hopper ticket, that's what you can do to get into the 4 theme parks at Walt Disney World. Tip number 3 is to stay on Disney property if you can. There are 3 different types of hotel resorts: a value resort, which is the least expensive, moderate resorts, and deluxe resorts. They all have their own benefits, but no matter where you stay, whether it's value, moderate, or deluxe, you get all of the perks to staying on Disney property. You have the free transportation from the MCO Orlando Airport. It's a bus called the Magical Express. It will take you directly to your resort. You have the free transportation buses and monorails on the Disney World property. You get to have the benefit of extra magic hours, those special hours either in the morning or in the evening, usually 1 per day for one theme park. You get to benefit to being at the parks without guests who are staying off property. There are so many other perks, but I find that there is such value in staying on a Disney resort hotel, and I highly recommend that if you can. Tip number 4, I know Disney can be very overwhelming, especially since this is your first time or it's been many years since you've been there. Tip number 4 is enlist the help of a travel agent that specializes in Disney or a Disney vacation planner, whatever they may label themselves as. Coral Joy Travel is a travel agency that specializes in Disney vacations. I help people plan and prepare for their Disney vacations. The prices that I will provide to my clients are identical to the prices on Disney's website because it's directly from Disney's website that I find these prices for my clients. It does not cost you any more money to work with a travel agent that specializes in Disney. The value can be saving you time, giving you peace of mind to having all of your questions answered, and saving you money. If and when a promotion comes out, your travel agent typically applies that to your reservation if it would work on your reservation. So there is such value to working with a travel agent. Don't hesitate to reach out to myself. You can find my website information, coraljoytravel.com, and there is a link that you can click to find more information about Disney quotes. Tip number 5. When you are going to have a Disney vacation, it is very important to make all of your dining reservations in advance. Now, Disney has a dining plan. You do not have to purchase the dining plan if you don't want to, but you can still make dining reservations in advance. In fact, Disney guests are allowed to make their dining reservations 180 days in advance of their vacation. And that is quite frankly what a lot of Disney clients do, is make it at that 180-day mark. And this is where the most popular restaurants get booked. So my advice is either have your travel agent do this for you, or if you're doing this on your own, make those dining reservations as soon as you possibly can. Tip number 6 goes along with tip number 5, and that it's making your fast pass reservations in advance. You are allowed to make 3 fast pass reservations per day of the amount of ticketed days that you have purchased on Disney property. So if you are going to the theme park for 5 days, you have a 5-day ticket, you are allowed to make 15 fast passes, 3 per each of those 5 days. You are allowed to make your fast passes 60 days in advance of your Disney World vacation. Make sure you have that ready and make sure you have your fast passes booked. If you are staying off of Disney property, you're not on a Disney hotel, you are allowed to make your fast pass reservations 30 days in advance. And again, if you're working with a travel agent that specializes in Disney, such as Coral Joy Travel, we will do that for you at your 60-day mark, bright and early in the morning, because that's what we do for our clients. Tip number 7 is to know the park hours in advance of your vacation so you get to the parks first thing in the morning. Why I recommend this to my clients is that the earlier you get to the theme parks, the less crowded it will be. You will see as the morning progresses until lunchtime and then early afternoon, the crowd level will just increase and increase and increase. And then come in the evening, it will start to decrease slowly. So if you can get to the theme parks early and ride some rides when there are a little bit smaller wait times, it is to your benefit. Tip number 8 is going along with that, finding out and knowing which theme parks have extra magic hours, whether those hours are in the morning or whether those hours are in the evening. And you can find all of this information either from your Disney travel agent, or you can find it online by just doing a Google search. What are the magic hours? What are the extra magic hours for August of 2017? And you will find the hours for whichever theme park it is. Again, typically it's one theme park per day, and it'll be either a morning extra magic hours or an evening extra magic hours. So just kind of know that in advance, especially if you want to take advantage of those extra magic hours. Tip number 9 is as soon as you book your Disney vacation, make sure you create what's called a My Disney Experience account. You can make this account in the link that I'm going to provide right down here below. And when you do that, you can link your reservation to your account. You can see a lot of information about your resort. You can see some frequently asked questions. You can check and see what are some good restaurants to consider for your dining. Look at some of the rides Disney is offering its guests. And actually throughout this My Disney Experience account is where either you or your travel agent will create and reserve your dining reservations and your fast passes. So it is extremely important that you have this set up. That's why I encourage my clients to do it the day we book if you don't have a My Disney Experience account already. If you already have a My Disney Experience account, super duper. You will just link your reservation when you get that confirmation number from Disney and your travel agent. You will link that to your My Disney Experience account and you'll see all that information in your profile. And tip number 10 for first timers, something fun to do while you are at Disney is to either pin trade. You can buy Disney pins online, and then when you get to the theme parks, you can actually see that a cast member, a Disney employee, will have, many of them have lanyards with pins attached to them, or they may have a little belt with pins attached to the side on the waist pouch. And you can go up to that cast member and ask them if they would trade one of your pins for one of their pins. And that's kind of a free thing that you can do. They will always say absolutely yes, and you can just trade with them. It's kind of a fun thing to do when you're at the theme parks. Not only for kids, adults like to pin trade too. Another fun thing you can do going along with pin trading is to either buy an autograph book at home or make an autograph book at home. So when you get to the theme parks, you can have the Disney characters sign your autograph book. It's advised to bring like a thicker marker or a Sharpie with you so the characters can sign a little bit easier than using a regular pen, because some of them have gloves on that makes it a little more difficult, so they do like to use the thicker markers. But getting autographs from Disney characters is just a lot of fun. So when you get back home, you can enjoy that, and sometimes you can even take a picture with each of the characters and have the autograph on one side of the book, and then you can maybe paste the picture on the other side of you meeting that character. Just a kind of a fun reminder of your Disney vacation. If you are interested in taking a Walt Disney World vacation and want to work with me, a Disney professional at Coral Joy Travel, please go visit my website, www.coraljoytravel.com. I'll put the link right here below, and click on Get a Quote. And you can write to me that way, and I will write you right back and start planning your next Disney World vacation. And don't forget, it's free to work with a travel agency that specializes in Disney vacations. If you like this video, please hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Your Disney adventure awaits. Bye guys.